Don't you fucking hate it when candles get like this? Like, the fuck is this? It is Monday, January 31st, 2022, and I was offered to film a fashion commercial in Florida. All expenses paid, and I thought it would be interesting to document it. I'm not very good at speaking off script. I script literally everything I do in front of a camera, so I'm going to try my hardest to get my point across clearly. And as far as the trip is concerned, I am very excited and very nervous at the same time. Originally, I had turned down the offer because I didn't feel like I was the best person for the job. I've also never flown before, so there's that too. I'm just a kid who makes videos about stupid Nintendo games and shitty classic dad rock on wax and does the short film thing on the side. I haven't even gone to film school yet, but after some discussion, I accepted it, and I am immensely grateful for the opportunity. I just got off the phone with the team I'm going to be working with and immediately hit record. They want 2 short lifestyle ads for Instagram and their website, less than a minute long. Should be a painless and relaxing shoot, and I'm really looking forward to it. The absolute state of my room right now is a mess. Here, let me show you guys it. So, yeah, this is the absolute state of the mess I was talking about. It doesn't look like it's that much, but when you consider that from here to here is literally like 2 steps, it's pretty fucking messy. Even like the shelves too, I usually never keep them this cluttered. Here's a manga I read like a month ago and haven't finished. I got these TSA approved locks. I hope they're TSA approved because you know it's bad when I'm more concerned about getting on the plane than I am for the actual shoot. I bought this gimbal, right? I don't think I've ever had my patience tested more than when it's come to this gimbal. You know it's bad when I haven't even had Coke Zero in like 2 weeks. That's how you know it's bad. But yeah, this gimbal has been the bane of my existence because I don't have a heavy camera. I have a Panasonic Lumix GH5, and I wasn't really considering putting a heavy lens on it, but this thing is almost impossible to balance. As someone who's never used a gimbal before, I don't think I've ever had my patience tested more. I bought this, I want to say, like about a week ago. I have 3 days to figure out how to properly use this for the shoot. So I spent the last 15 minutes trying to put the camera on the gimbal so I can showcase it for you guys, but I swear this thing just has like a mind of its own sometimes. So we're gonna forget about that for now and go over like the rest of my mess right here. So yeah, everything's kind of just been a mess right now. I also had to buy a hard shell case to put all my camera gear in. So funny story, I went to the camera store because I wanted to buy the gimbal to have smoother shots for when I'm moving around, like all the models and stuff. But I also needed a hard shell case to put all my camera gear in because I'm carrying a lot more than just what would fit in this bag, theoretically. This is what I usually travel with, because I usually carry like 2 things. But I obviously needed to carry so much more equipment. So I go to the camera store, and I picked this case out because it looked like it could fit everything. It's got multiple, like, it goes in really deep and everything. And it looked like it could fit all my equipment. So I asked the guy, I was like, hey, do you think that I could fit this in the overhead? Because God forbid I let them take this into the bottom of the plane and let it get tossed around and everything. Like, it's got foam on the inside, which I'll get to in a second, but I'm not trusting just foam and sheer will to protect my camera gear. So I asked the guy, and I was like, do you think this could fit in the overhead? Like, because I'm going on a trip soon, I need to make sure, like, I can take this on the plane with me. And the guy at the camera store was like, oh, I haven't flown on a plane since 9/11. Really doesn't help me out here, so I'm hoping this is the right size for the overhead. Kind of vandalize it, so either way I avoided the warranty. So let me tell you about the foam that's on the inside of this. This foam is horrible. This foam is just kind of like, you peel off chunks of it out, and you can fit like what you need to fit in it. The problem with that is when you pick apart the foam and place stuff in it, there's no bottom to the foam. It's just completely transparent. So if I want to fit the gimbal on the top layer and put my lenses on the bottom, it's just gonna scratch up against each other. Like, there's no there's no layer of foam at the very bottom of this to like protect anything. Let's just pretend I have my lenses on this layer. Let's say, for example, I put another layer of foam because I have more stuff to take, and I put my gimbal right here. When I'm moving this case, this bottom part is going to scratch up against whatever's on the bottom layer. So literally my stuff really isn't protected, it's just housed neatly, if that makes sense. Fingers crossed, it gets everything where it needs to go safely. But yeah, so the absolute state of my room at the moment is pretty messy. I'm just trying to make sure I have everything I need ahead of time for the flight, pack away as much as I can, and try and practice with this gimbal as much as possible, which isn't an easy task because it is literally 29 degrees outside right now, and that's just today. It's usually like less than that, so I can't really get like my friends together and go outside to practice with this gimbal as much as possible. So I'm just gonna have to make do if I can in my room and practice with it before I leave, so I at least know how to use it and just learn through trial and error, I guess. Hello, it is currently Thursday, so the night before. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I have to get up at, I think, 7 to prepare for the flight. I did get some practice with the gimbal before, or I should say in the days leading up to this. Again, because the weather was so horrible, I wasn't able to get any like real people together to like, move around and like get some practice on the gimbal. So what I ended up doing, and I'll show a picture somewhere here, I ended up just taking a tripod and putting a shirt and a hat on it and just moving around it with the gimbal to get some practice. It looks stupid, but honestly it helped me out a little bit and made me feel a lot more comfortable moving with the gimbal. So I feel like I should be prepared for the shoot, but it's going to be a lot more trial and error. Also, I'm going to be recording most of the rest of this on my iPhone because my camera's all packed away, so sorry if the quality is a bit worse. Yeah, so I guess tomorrow's the big day. I'll find out if I can make it through TSA and everything with not only camera gear, but, the rest of my luggage as well. So, yeah, wish me luck, and I guess I'll see you guys then. Hey, so I just landed in Miami. I'm at my apartment now. Overall, the flight was okay. I mean, I don't really have any major complaints about it. It was a bad time to be anxious because as soon as that plane took off, I felt like I was gonna throw up. I don't know if I'm airsick because honestly I was fine once the plane landed, but as soon as that plane took off, I couldn't even look out the window. Like I was feeling super nauseous. And usually I'm fine with things like roller coasters, but for some reason when that plane took off, it really rubbed me the wrong way. That, and I also had the middle seat, so I was constantly confined to just being in the middle. But yeah, a bunch of us are gonna get together and go out to eat, and I should be back here before my bedtime. Also, one other thing, there was these weird vending machines at the airport. They had a straight up Lego like build set vending machine, which my life is so much better now that I know that exists. Sorry, I just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, so here's tomorrow now. It is about 5:30 in the morning. I gotta be ready in an hour, and I didn't sleep at all last night. I mean, it's my fault. I tried my hardest to just force myself to go to sleep, but I'm not used to getting up this early. I'm used to just sleeping in. But yeah. So wish me luck. And yeah, that was the video shoot basically. I was definitely a lot more nervous than I should have been. But yeah, that was an amazing experience, and I'm really glad that I got to have the opportunity to do this. And yeah, so I basically haven't slept in 48 hours. It is about 9 o'clock. I've been kind of just like laying down for like past 4 hours when I got home. I got home at like around 3. Not that the itinerary really matters. I'm fucking exhausted. I haven't been able to sleep, but it's a good kind of exhausted, I guess. My flight takes off tomorrow. I have to get up at 6 o'clock because I have to be at the airport by 8. And yeah, basically I gotta go from Miami to New York, and to New York back to home. But yeah, I had an amazing time today. Shooting went super smooth. Everyone was extremely into it and really helpful and insightful, and we all shared our ideas and collaborated together to help make this possible. And yeah, I just feel really grateful because I feel like this is the opportunity I really needed to help open many doors in the future. Again, this is the first time I've even really traveled outside the state, except for maybe like one other time when I was like super little, but I really don't even count that because I barely remember it. And yeah, this year started off kind of shitty, but I'm just really excited for the rest of the year and the future. Yeah, I guess with that said, let's see if I made it home okay, because at this point I have no fucking idea. Now let's pray to God that I don't get the middle seat again. I probably am. That's probably what ended up happening, but one can dream. Hey, so I made it home in one piece. It's been about a week and a half since I've been home, and since then I've been able to finish all the work that I've been contracted to do. The client ended up loving all the content I produced, which is all I can ask for at the end of the day. I refrained from mentioning the brand and showing the commissioned content in this video, since that is content they paid for, and I just wanted to play it safe. But they know who they are, and if you do end up stumbling upon this video, thank you so much. It was an amazing opportunity and an absolute pleasure to work with you. If you would like to see the content I produced for them or go check out their fashion line, then check out the links in the description or the card at the end of this video. Annotation. Does anybody even remember annotations? I remember you would pause on a video and annotation would take up the whole entire screen, and if you just pause it would take you to a video in another tab. Those are the days. Now that it's been a while since the trip has happened, it's given me some time to reflect on it all. For example, TSA is just weird. I was initially worried about getting all of my camera equipment on the plane, but that was never an issue on the 3 flights I was on over the last weekend. To be honest, I never even bothered to check the massive black hardshell case with 2 padlocks on it, but they yelled at me for leaving my laptop and my iPad in my backpack during screening, which is like, okay. I was only away from home for 3 days, and sadly that meant spending more time on planes than actually relaxing in Florida. But hey, that's work, and it was miles more fun and entertaining than my current minimum wage job. I really do hope that one day I can have a career in filmmaking and share more experiences like this with you guys. I know that this is a bit of a different video, but I enjoyed making it. And I promise less lo-fi montages and more dialogue in the next vlog. There just wasn't much time to stop and chat as I had anticipated originally. While now I am making a much more of a conscious effort to fix my broken sleep schedule, I'm not sure if it would have made much of a difference just because of how chaotic that whole weekend was. There's just so much content I've been working on for the portfolio channel, so if you haven't yet, go subscribe over there, and maybe over here too, I don't know. I never use the cliche like, comment, and subscribe outro, but go subscribe over there.
Please, my career is on the line here!
Thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day.